How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are checking out the brand new What If. Is it a What If? No, I mean, the events kind of happened in the movie, but we are checking out the brand new LR Golden FRIEZA and GOGETA. Definitely a card that I did not expect Dokkan to ever do, but kind of glad they did. We got him level 1 links, 55% right out the gate. We're going to check him out here, so... He's got attack and defense 250%, receives an additional key 2 per key sphere obtained, damage reduction rate 70%, and for 5 turns from his entry turn, guards all attacks. He has a great chance of guarding all attacks after the 6th turn. And when 4 or more extreme class allies on the team, he launches an additional super attack. This can also be activated if there's at least one movie heroes or movie bosses ally attacking in the same turn. For every attack received, he gets attack 150% and chance for a critical hit 10% within the turn. Whenever guard is activated, he has defense 20% up to 100%, and when 3 or more super class allies are on the team, starting from the 3rd turn from his entry turn, he will change key spheres once only from AGL and SCR to TEQ, or randomly change key spheres from Fizz and Int to Rainbow, as well as that's when he can perform his reversible exchange. On his super attack effect, he is greatly raising attack for the turn on his 18 key while raising allies attack by 50% for the turn. And then on his 12 key, he is greatly raising attack for the turn while lowering attack and defense. So all in all, pretty decent card here. So we're going to run 2 of them as lead, and we're actually going to stick the gods in front for this one. And then we'll grab that with him, and then we'll send off the Vegeta here. So we have the Vegeta just to help with the orb changing, to make sure those who need it get what they need. And thank goodness Trunks did not seal us on turn 1. I forgot that he could seal for a second. It might have been better to put FRIEZA in front here, in case that seal hit happens. But whatever, it works. So the basic plan is to have 1 turn with Gogeta and the gods, and another turn with the 2 Friezas that we brought together. So we did bring the Int Frieza and the to be the partner, because he's basically the only partner that he can have for the time being. I mean, he has other partners that he can work well with, but on movie bosses right now, until one of the Golden Friezas gets the Super EZA or the AGL one gets his EZA in a couple of days, Frieza doesn't really have a partner at the moment, but that will come in due time. Not that he needs it, right? If you're utilizing him on things like Omega's team, you probably don't need it. There you go. Okay, so 9 million. That's not a whole lot here, because, you know, that's to be expected with him not getting hit first. Very nice. All right, and then Vegeta. All right, so Vegeta does raise his attack defense. He does stack attack and defense. So you know, we'll let him do his thing. Or actually, does he stack attack? No, I don't think so. I think he only stacks defense. Let me check here. I probably should have paid more attention to that. I think he only stacks defense. Alright, here we go. So we got a nice little turn here. So we can put this Frieza in front here. But hang on. Let me check that Vegeta real quick. Yeah, okay, he does only stack defense. Okay. Alright, well, in that case, alright, is he getting key per hit? No, he's not. Oh, okay, but actually, if we give the key to our Broly trio that we intend to, yeah, perfect. There we go. There we go, and there goes the super on Frieza. Now this super, ooh, did a little bit. I was not expecting that much. How much is that super? Oh, that was a 2 million super. Okay, but it was the first thing we got, so very nice. Okay, so 25 million on the second super. Again, this is our 55% copy. So we do get 2 supers out there. It would have been nice if we could get a little bit more, but I mean, it's not too bad. So he is going to be fully built up here in a minute. Okay. Oof. Okay, well, we only had to take the one hit. Yeah, I didn't grab the extra key spheres with him that I needed because I was trying to make sure the Broly trio got theirs. And so our Frieza on this turn was actually double supported by the 60% from the Frieza, and then the Broly trio support as well. So honestly, not bad. So Broly trio works really, really well on this team, mind you, because of the orb changing.
You think you are? I am Gogeta. Kakarot and Vegeta have fused together to win.
Alrighty, so we can swap out. Well, look at that. So we get a nice little turn here. We're going to swap into our Gogeta. Now, unfortunately, it is turn 3, and our AGL Gogeta is on. I don't think we're going to get stacks with anybody else here, but I guess it's not terrible. So who does he link with? So we've got 4 links with the gods, and we've got 3 links with him. Now, with the AGL Gogeta, though, he does actually link... he does actually, when Gogeta transforms, he actually shares 5 links with AGL Gogeta, so. And then, alright, so you saw the key spheres he's got. He gets, he basically, ooh, wow, look at that, 60 million. So this is the 90% friend, by the way. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the gods definitely didn't get any stacks. So we should have, seen as he didn't super attack, we should have threw the gods in the front to get their stacks. But whatever. I mean, we're here to see Gogeta, so I guess it is what it is. But yeah, so... Oh, here we go. Here we get the second one, too.
Who do you think you are? I am Gogeta. Kakarot and Vegeta have fused together to win.
Alrighty, so if we want to take a look here at what's happening here, so let's take a look at the Gogeta side of this card, right? So the Gogeta side of the card, once we transform, he has key 6, attack defense 250%, receives an additional key 1 per key sphere obtained, and attacks are effective against all types. He has a high chance of evading an enemy's attack, and with 1 key sphere obtained, he fully recovers HP. When there are 3 or more superclass allies on the team, or when there's another movie heroes or bosses ally on the turn, he gets 40% damage reduction. When attacking with 20 or more key, he gets attack defense 200%, and great chance of forming a critical hit. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 key, he gets attack 150% and performs a critical hit. For every key sphere obtained, he has an additional 5% evasion. So with the amount of key spheres we got on that last turn, he actually had guaranteed dodge. And then he gives allies additional 10% defense per key sphere obtained, along with his own 10% attack per key sphere obtained, and launches an additional attack for every 5 key spheres obtained. And now that's really important because when you look at his super attack effect, he's actually massively raising on that initial 18 key. So that makes him pretty powerful here. So unfortunately, we are not going to use the Gogeta this turn as much as I would love to. We are actually going to focus on the Frieza with this rotation. Like I said, we're going to have one rotation where we focus on the Frieza, and then another when we focus on the other ones. So let's grab that here. Let's do that. All right, so we have his 3 key spheres, and then let's do that with the Vegeta here. So we got another. Okay, so what is this super? This super is 4.2 million, but we have type advantage. We still have our guard. We took 280k from that, and that's pretty good. So 21 million. Unfortunately, not that many attacks coming our way, so not a whole lot of damage. But let's see what happens here. Very nice. Okay, I mean, so kind of wish those attacks were more centered in on. Kind of wish those attacks were more centered on the slot 1, because that would have built him up a lot and would have been really nice. But unfortunately, that's just not what happens. But let's see how this next turn plays out. I actually want to curious. A bit disappointed that we lost that turn of stacking on the gods. Kind of thinking we should have gone back and done that. But let's see what happens here. So, ooh, okay, so we do have 6 key spheres obtained here, so let's do that. We do need to set up the Broly trio here. Or at least try to. Okay, 5. Looks like that's the best we're going to get. We're going to have to prey on a little bit of dodging here for the Broly trio. Okay, so 50 million on that one. That's not bad. There we go. And we should get... Well, actually, we might only get this attack because we only got the 5. Yeah, okay. Alright, but, I mean, we did do a pretty good chunk of damage to them, so... The gods can kill here. I think we'll be safe. Oof. But, I mean, if that's all the 18 key is doing, maybe not. We do get the 24 key, though. So maybe... We might be dead here. Oh, we might be dead here. It's really going to depend on where that super attack is. Yeah, especially since we're not doing any more extra crits. Yeah, really, so you definitely see, like, you know, key management is going to be big for utilizing this guy. Key management is going to be big. And there it goes. And so I'm pretty sure we're dead here. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Thought we were going to die for sure. I guess because it's, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Will this be enough to kill so we don't have to worry about trying to beg for a 50% chance to dodge? It is. Excellent. Okay. Woo! Dodge that bullet.
Mind your own business, Kakarot.
Yeah, I get it. I've never faced someone this strong before. I'm getting excited.
Alrighty. Excellent. Okay, so... Now, this is a little tough, because this is not ideal. Who's coming in on the next rotation? The Broly trio are coming in on the next rotation. This could potentially be a good turn to target with the amount of attacks in slot 2. What is his super attack rate? And this dude can super twice, actually. What is his super? His super is 4 million. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see here. We could swap into GOGETA here, but I also kind of want to see how he takes this. Similarly, this is tough. Okay, let's just do that. Okay, hopefully this is enough for him to tank at least one normal with the damage reduction. Oh, we do get an additional super, though. Ooh, okay. No, we might be in trouble here. We might be in trouble here. Yeah, I mean, the big problem here is, like, this dude just not having... So we should have used the target, right? Just not having a good partner, right? This is the 4 million super that's about to come our way, and we did lower some attack, mind you. I don't think it's going to be enough, especially because we only have a chance to guard here. So we could have lived. We could have lived if FRIEZA had a better partner, right? This is pretty much the main issue here. FRIEZA doesn't have a partner.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, so hang on. We're going to pause, and we're going to come back when we come back to the Vegito phase. Alrighty, so we went ahead and we reloaded here. Just got back up to the Vegeta Vegito phase. And so we're going to test this out. We're going to use his target skill here on this turn, which does mean we are going to we are going to put him in the third. Well, actually, you know what? We'll just one attack isn't going to make a difference. We'll put him in the second slot here, and then we'll see how things can keep going without it. So let's use his target skill here.
Behold, this is Golden FRIEZA, the last thing you will ever see.
Excellent. Okay, so now, I mean, I didn't want to do this early, but I really don't think there is much of a choice. But actually, you know what? Well, let's keep Vegeta on, and let's just at this point, it's probably best just to get Frieza off. But let's see. Let's grab that. So we'll keep Vegeta on. Grab that. All right, and then we'll grab that with him. Remember, he does want those extra key spheres. So. Alright, so target skill turn, we shouldn't have that much issue with defense. Remember, this is a 4 million super. We get an extra 400% defense on that. Yeah, there we go. We get an extra 400% defense on that target skill. Now, the Vegeta here, hopefully... Well, I think he's just... Yeah, okay, because he's in the slot there. Okay, so 50 million. Not ideal. Obviously, you want to use it on turn when there's more attacks coming your way, but unfortunately, that's just not how this rotation played out. It's a shame, really, but is what it is. At least we are safe. We don't have to worry about Golden Frieza. Like I said, I mean, really the problem if you're trying to run the Frieza side. Frieza side's definitely going to be better for longer, shorter events where he has partners like AGL Frieza, or even this guy can work decently in shorter events. But anywhere else, like, you're probably better off running the Gogeta side of things in longer fights, just because you have that higher chance of dodge and higher safety nets. So, you know what I think I'm going to do here is I'm going to keep him... 6? Is that what we're getting here? 6, yeah. Okay, I mean, 6 is not terrible. Hopefully that's enough to get... Oh, well, we barely did any damage here. Wow. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. There we go. Okay, we get our dodges in. Here goes the super. We do get the dodge. Excellent. So with 6 key spheres obtained, that's an additional 30%. So we have an 80% chance to dodge here with the Gogeta. Right, and, we've done a couple attack lowerings, too, on the Vegito. So, I mean, we could be potentially safe if well, I don't know. The thing with Gogeta is he doesn't get that much defense post-super. 38 million, yeah. So definitely on a turn like this where we don't really have the key spheres changing, that can be a problem. We did get enough to get at least one additional key sphere. But obviously, we want to be looking at like 10 or greater when it comes to our key spheres here. There we go. There we go. Alright, it does look like that next super is going to be on the gods. A bit iffy. We might be able to survive thanks to the attack lowering we've done so far. But we'll see. This is not ideal, but we'll see what happens here. Yep, okay, so can we survive with the attack lowering we've done and the defense the gods have built up? Is post-super, is it enough? It is, good, okay. Alright, but now the question is, alright, how do we get through this? Alright, I think if we can just set up the Broly trio here, right? Oh, they are just barely not enough. Okay, well, let's risk it here. And then we'll send him off. Okay. Let's risk it here. We are going to get a bunch of attack lowering this turn. Okay, and it is post Super 2. Alright, 39 mil. Yeah, it's a shame Vegito didn't do that much damage. There we go. Yeah, we're going to have to bank on some dodging here with the... there we go. You want to give us an extra one, friend? No, okay. So... Doesn't look like we proc the Great Chance to guard either. Okay, but we do get the double digits. Okay, you want to just throw that second super right back on FRIEZA for us? No, okay, it is coming on these guys. This is not ideal. We're going to have to bank on a dodge here. Alright, we do get an additional super attack, which means we will get some more attack lowering. Still, I mean, if they get touched by this super, they're dying. So we do need that dodge. I will take some more attack lowering though, for sure. Oof, this is tough. Go. Okay, just dodge the super. We dodged the normal. Yes. Okay. Or we lived the normal, but we just needed to dodge the super, and we did, which means we lived to see the next turn. Excellent. Okay. So we got to see Gogeta. We got to see Vegito's target. I said. We got to see the target skill here, which is kind of what we wanted to see. Alright, so let's do the 6 here. So again, that's an 80% chance to dodge. There we go. Let's take that. And then this way he gets his 3 key spheres. I'm pretty sure between Gogeta and the AGL one, getting that extra attack buff, we should be able to do enough damage to carry us into the next phase. And then all we need to do is survive the next phase, and then we can do our Gogeta active, which is what we want. Alright, let's see here. Perfect. Okay, and then AGL Gogeta is going to do his thing. Okay, are we going to dodge? Yes, we do get the dodge. And then AGL Gogeta going to get his attack off. Perfect. Okay. So now we just have to do... I think what we'll do to ensure survival here is we'll actually swap into the Gogeta. Let's see. What are we looking at? Well, actually, can we get... Oh, no. Okay. So we do have to play this very, very carefully here. This was not ideal. Alright, well, actually, how is FRIEZA doing here defensively? 800k. And we still have 70% damage reduction. What is Trunks' super here? Trunks will super in the last slot, mind you. Trunks will super in the last... Oh, well, then, okay, we have our answer. We know exactly what to do here. Okay, so let's put FRIEZA here. Right? Okay, do that with these guys. And then we do this number, transform to gods.
This is a power greater than that of a Super Saiyan God! I'm going to have fun destroying you!
Okay, excellent. Alright, and then now we just pop this with the gods. Perfect. Alright, we get a nice little safe turn here. Perfect. And I'm pretty sure if we kill Trunks in the end phase, then it's over. Let's just see what happens when we do this. And what is his normals here? His normals are 2 million normals. And his normals are... So, Trunks' normals here are 2 million, and we are type disadvantaged, but again, 70% damage reduction. We have a 70% chance to guard, so if we proc the guard and the damage reduction, probably going to be fine on the normals here. Oof. Okay. Yeah, we did not proc the guard. So, we just gotta hope that the gods cancel the super, or at the very... Well, actually, they will dodge it this turn, actually. They will dodge it this turn. So the next turn, we'll just go ahead and Oh, geez, that's right. He has like 80% damage reduction here. I forgot about that. Okay, well, let's see how much damage the gods do. And if we die on the next turn with Frieza, we die. And so what? At least we will have gotten to see what we needed to see. Fight's a bit too long. See, the problem is there's no good medium, like Gogeta. Like, if you want Gogeta, medium to long fights is going to work. If you want Frieza, like, want to keep them both around, then short fights is going to work for them, right? So, but when trying to showcase them both, that's the issue we ran into here, and it did end up dragging this fight out a little bit longer than I wanted it to. And to be fair, we brought in Golden Frieza here, so like that's also kind of on us. But didn't really know who else to bring for a partner for him. He doesn't really have that many good partners, at least not until the AGL Frieza EZAs. And hopefully we get the TEQ Golden Frieza to get his Super EZA as well. Okay, bros, why are you not dodging? Why are you not dodging? I know he does not cancel dodge. You guys suck. You had like 10 key spheres. That should have been an auto dodge. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's transform Gogeta here. Alrighty, excellent. Okay, and then so let's go ahead, and there goes the Super 2. We knew exactly where it was going to be. Alright, let's pop Gogeta's active here.
This is the greatest fusion of all! I'm gonna send you back to hell!
Alright, not a whole lot of damage, but we kind of expected that. We kind of stacked more attack with him. Alright, so looking at it here, right, again, we're not going to see that much defense until we actually attack, because it's all in attacking when grabbing the key spheres. But my only beef here is I kind of wish this dude had supported. It's a shame he doesn't support. I appreciate the orb changing, but I also wish he had a little bit of support on there too. But I do appreciate the orb changing. All right, so let's actually, can we put him in the middle? Oh, that'll give us some pretty much everything except Kamehameha. All right, which would have made having the gods here a little bit nicer. But all right, let's go ahead and let's do his attack. Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay, and now we get that full field right here. Look at that. Okay, so post-active. Now remember that active that we looked at, right? So that active raised our attack by 540% temporarily for that active skill, and it's going to give us 540% defense for the rest of this turn. And as you see, it did change all key spheres to TEQ. So right, we're actually, like, once we grab all of these, we're going to get an extra 240% attack through those key spheres. And we're also going to get an extra 10%, or 240% defense for our allies here, plus obviously a guaranteed evasion. So let's go ahead and grab the 23 here. So look at that. That is some beautiful attack there. Let's grab, we want the extra rainbow for him, obviously. And if we can kind of set this up, and hopefully that lands so yes, okay, looks like the Broly Trio will be able to... Ooh, 76 million, nice. Alright, not super wanked, but still fun. Okay. We get an additional super here. So imagine this on like a double Gogeta turn, right? That would be kind of cool. Where he could have the double Gogeta active. We could hit some pretty silly numbers with him, but I mean, that's still pretty good. Excellent. Alright, look at that. Look at all these supers we're doing. Remember, and that massive raise that he did initially, that's what really did it for us. There we go. And look at that. We're still going. We're still going. right? Because for every 5 key spheres, we have a minimum of 4 extra super attacks, and then we could have more if we had hidden potential, but this is our 55% copy, so, you know, it just kind of is. So it doesn't look like we're going to kill here, unfortunately, which means we're going to have a huge risk on the next turn, which, I mean, is not, I mean, it's not awful. We might be able to get away with not dying here. It's going to depend on where that super is. Very nice. Okay, we get an additional super. Okay, so the next turn, though, he is going to go into his Fizz, the Sword of Hope. So, I mean, he'll be a slightly easier to kill, but I think his super hits a lot harder, right? Because this is a 6 million super right here. Yeah, oh yeah, it's a 7 mil super. Okay, yeah, there we go. Alright, we should tank this. Yep, good. And then Vegeta doing his thing. Again, really wish he supported. Would have been nice to have him supporting this turn. Excellent. Okay. Alright, and then now he goes into the Fizz. Okay, so he should be... Oh, and there goes the super there at the end. Oh, actually, if we can set this up, we might actually be kind of solid here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we did set it up. There we go. We got the 7. So let's see if we can tank the normals here. 2.2 million normals, right? If we tanked the type disadvantage normals, we might be able to tank. We might be able to tank the other normals here. Oh, see, now I'm wishing we had just held off on the active skill. We could have gotten the kill here. Now I'm wishing we just held off on the active skill. But that's okay. I mean, the point is we survived. Okay, nice. Double digits. Yeah, so the other one was mostly just due to type disadvantage. Also, I think we did actually block the guard, so there is that. Alright, but we got the safe Broly trio for the auto dodge here in the 3rd slot. Yeah. So definitely, I mean, I think the unit is cool, but again, trying to utilize both sides of the unit, it's just not going to work. Both sides of the unit are made for 2 different styles of fight. I mean, that's really what I'm seeing here. So, alright, let's pop the gods active then.
Now it's my turn! Yeah!
Nice. Okay. Alright, so what are we looking at here? 7, 8? Okay, 8, so that's a 90% chance to dodge. Let's go ahead and throw him in there. We'll grab 8 with them. Alright. And then we'll grab that with the Gogeta here. So, not bad, honestly, not bad. And he exploded because we failed a 10% chance to dodge. I love it! 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 Alright, well, we're going to have to go ahead and call it there. That sounds about right. That's pretty much my luck when it comes to dodging. 10% chance that we should just put the gods there. We should have put the gods there. Yeah, so he has, like, no defense, right? That's the thing with Gogeta. He is definitely an auto-dodge character. FRIEZA, really good defense for short fights, right? He is very easily, like, untouchable in short fights. And, like I said, so the thing with them is going to be, like, playing to each strength. Gogeta definitely going to be playing to those mid-range fights. FRIEZA to the short-range fights. And it's strange because they don't really seem to work together as tags. Like, typically you would want both sides of the tags to be working together, but that doesn't really seem to work in this case, given how both of them function, and Lynx too, for that matter. So, you know, I do like the concept of the unit, and I think it's just, you know, it's basically to give you a card like, hey, I need an extra card for a short fight. Okay, I'm going to use the FRIEZA side. I need an extra card for a medium fight. Okay, I'm going to use the Gogeta side. Like, that's basically how I'm seeing this. So, guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think of the Gogeta? I definitely do like him. Like I said, I think there's a lot of potential here. Maybe it's just a 55% level 1 Lynx moment here, but I definitely feel like there's a little bit to be desired here. But I like the concept behind it, and I hope we get to see more things like this in the future. So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.